Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is your brother ISRAELITES from the Northern Kingdom, bringing some edification for you Negro, Latino, and Indigenous, who are the biblical Israelites. And before I start, I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Brakatham, Rakakadash, that Yahweh, being the name of the Lord, not Jehovah, or God, or Yah, or Ahaya. It's Yahweh, the creator of all, the Ancient of Days. Bahasham is in the name of, and Yahweh Shai is the one you guys call Jesus or the Christ, figuratively speaking. And we give double honor to elders in GMS who rule well. Shalom to the apostles, the bishops, and to the men down on the highways and byways, giving the 100% truth day and night. Shalom to you. And shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, Bakar, the house of David being built up once again. Shalom to you. And shalom to the speckled birds among the heathen nations that look like the heathen nations, but return to the house of Israel and are being edified by these videos. Shalom to you. The date today is July 7th of 2025, our hopeful year of salvation and the destruction of the nation of Edom. Okay, and we're going to be speaking about what's going on in the news right now. What's going on in the news is the United States is bombing Somalia. Okay. It had already bombed Iran, so it's going on. World War III is a full throttle, but what is happening here in the United States as we speak is massive disasters. Okay, the Lord is bringing judgment onto the earth. Okay, there are huge mass floodings in Texas. What's that famous song from Stevie Ray Vaughan? The Texas is flooding. Because Texas is infamous, very famous for flooding, okay? And I know this area intimately, and I know there's brothers in the Fort Worth area. There's brothers bringing out the truth in San Antonio. There's brothers in St. Angelo bringing out the truth. So I hope that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has covered those brothers, and they has a hedge to them to protect them. You know, because we believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and judgment is for the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. Obviously, we have judgments too, but this is foremost for the elect that are going to be saved. But judgment is coming, a famine of the word, Jacob's trouble. But here, these things are happening, and I want to show you this video because it really was impacting how this woman is going to give her testimony of the screams of the people that were being carried away in their RVs and in cabins, and there was nothing that could be done. So before we start, I want to fair use. So this is a video that is not mine. I'm going to comment on it. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, okay, and parody, which does not infringe on the copyright under 17 USC. Okay, so once again, this is not my video, but I'm going to comment on for educational purposes. So let's see what this woman has to say.
The Ingram that we're in, you can see the Guadalupe River just behind me. You can see how powerful it was.
And the Guadalupe River is one of these lazy rivers usually that people go down tubing in the summertime. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people cool off, and this is a water activity. It's very slow. It's not very deep. Maybe in some areas, maybe 5 feet deep, but it's usually 3.5, 5 feet deep. And now this thing went up as far as 29 and 30 feet, okay, which is unheard of. It has broken records. The water has overpassed the bridges. Nobody has seen nothing like this. So,
as parts of trees are just completely taken off, and some just completely bent over. But there was also buildings that used to be right here. To the left of me used to be the HTR, Texas Hill Country Campground. What you're seeing should have been a line of cabins, but as you can see, there is...
You hear that? There used to be cabins there. And, this is a time of year when people, they travel to the hill country, get on the river, and have a good time, and have barbecue. This barbecue country as well, and the judgment of the Lord fell upon these people.
Nothing left. There are no cabins standing at this time here. But now, if you look to the right of me, this is what used to be the Blue Oak RV Park. We spoke to one woman who was living in her RV here that said on Thursday, this place was full of maybe over 20 RVs. But on Friday morning, she was awakened by her husband screaming that they had to get out. Here is what she says about that horrible moment and how they were able to escape. Around 4:30, he started to hear screaming, and when he looked outside, we were on this upper level, but the lower level, the RVs were already starting to be washed away. And so he woke me up. We grabbed what we could and threw it in the car. For a moment there, we thought...
So, for whatever reason, the Lord woke that man up and saved him, spared him, because those other people got carried away, by the growing river. It's imagine being dead asleep and your whole RV or your vehicle being pushed down the river. The force of water is overpowering. You have never seen. I've seen when Katrina in 2005 came and it broke its stretched platforms that were 2-inch thick, 1.5 steel. It looked like gum. Very powerful how the Lord uses the elements.
There was a chance we could maybe get the RV out, but it was rising a foot or two a minute. So it became clear pretty quickly that
a foot or two a minute. I mean, you really, wow, that is so fast. That is so fast that you really have no time to think. You could barely react. So this man, he might be of the elect. We don't know. We don't know if it's Jacob. We have no idea. But the Lord put the Spirit on him to wake him up at 4:30 in the morning.
There's nothing to be done. The water came past our RV. A lot of these rental cabins started to pass by us. I saw somebody standing on their front porch as all of the RVs started colliding into each other. There was a little boy who was screaming, who was getting washed away. By some miracle, he survived. Found out yesterday, so I'm really thankful for that. But yeah, it's just absolute devastation. When you talk to so many people who are looking for family members and friends, it just really puts things into perspective. And we're going to be fine. We have each other, and we both made it out. And at this point, it's all about trying to help those who are less fortunate. Now, all evening, we've been seeing helicopters fly by and first responders.
So she heard the screams of these people, of these RVs, these cabins being flown down the river. There's nothing that could have been done, They said that child was saved, which is incredible to even hear. But let's get some scriptures and support what we're saying, because the hands of the Lord are here. And a lot of people do not want to hear this, but this is judgment of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. This is Isaiah 45:5. I am Yahweh, and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me. That they may know from the rising of the sun, from the east, and from the west, that there is none beside me. I am Yahweh, and there is none else. I form the light, and I create darkness. I make peace, and I create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. So who's the Lord's doing? Nothing can happen without the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, and let's get another verse on that, because we have to drive it home. People believe that this is the work of Satan, but no, this is the work of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the Lord, the God of Israel, bringing down judgment. Okay, Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand, for I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. if I whet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, because I told you judgment is coming. Jacob's trouble is upon us. Is not the northern kingdom being rounded up as we speak? But soon, very soon, the southern kingdom is going to be part of that. Remember, you got the Haitians, Jamaicans. They're all going to be rounded up. Remember, the hatred of Esau is upon all 12 tribes. I will render vengeance to my enemies, and I will reward them that hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh. And with the blood of the slain and the captives, from the beginning of revenges is upon the enemy. Remember, this is just the beginning of what the Lord is about to do. Rejoice, O ye nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants, and I will render vengeance to his adversaries, and will be merciful unto his land and to his people. All right, that's why I said that we have brothers in Fort Worth and San Antonio and St. Angelo, and hopefully the Lord has put a hedge of protection upon them brothers and their family, and hopefully they're all right, But obviously judgment has to go out, and hopefully those brothers are okay and they continue with the ministry, and we pray that they and their families are well. But as you see, the Lord's judgment is going out. People don't want to believe it. People say that we're liars, that we instigate things, but this is all judgment of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. It has nothing to do with us. We're just a mouthpiece of the Lord, and these people, they're seeing the judgment. How can you see these things that have never been since the beginning of time, So these people are seeing.
To one woman who was living in her RV here that said on Thursday, this place was full of maybe over 20 RVs. But on Friday morning, she was awakened by her husband screaming that they had to get out. Here is what she says about that horrible.
So you'd imagine at 4:30 in the morning, a curdling scream to get the hell out. You're half asleep. You don't know what's going on. It was, hey, the Lord put the spirit on that man to wake his wife up, Because guess what? The rest of those people, and I bet you they were calling upon Jesus. Oh, Jesus, save me. Oh, Jesus, save me. But what did he say? I never knew you. So that's it, brothers and sisters. Hopefully repentance is upon us, that the judgment of the Lord is over us. We have to, put that spiritual blood in our doorway, that the angel of death might pass, we were in Egypt, man, because the hand of the Lord is upon, and judgment is here. Jacob's trouble is upon us, brothers and sisters. Believe it or not, everything is coming full power, full force. Remember that it said that for the elect's sake, everything will be sped up, or there will be flesh to be saved. And this is what we've been waiting for. This is what prophets have been wanting to see. And we are accepting this judgment because we're closer, for our salvation is upon us. So he that has spiritual eyes, let him see. Call halal Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, Barakatham, Rakakadash. And he that have ears, let him hear. Shalom.